could provide direct feedback on the essential aspects of maintaining the culture of our shared community. We heard feedback on the type of community space needed, what types of infrastructure enhancements we'd like to see, and had detailed conversations about investments that are needed throughout the communities currently. I'm particularly excited to approve a project that is mandating affordable housing. Through modifications, no less than 25% of units created in Council District 18 will be provided to households at an average of 60% of the area median income. In other words, that means the housing will be affordable to the average Bronx family who is already living there. As Chair Riley noted, we are modifying 2 R8X areas near Parkchester to create more flexibility to provide much-needed amenities, such as additional parking, retail and community space, open green space, and accessibility. I want to thank the hundreds of community members who came to our public info sessions and filled out our survey to guide us to this decision. While I'm proud to champion housing development in this proposal, I'm equally as proud of the city investments that I've secured in this process. I have been at the negotiating table day and night over this extended period of time, fighting to deliver key wins for the future of Parkchester, Castle Hill, and our surrounding communities. Through this rezoning, Parkchester and District 18 can expect the following in the coming years: capital upgrades to PS 106, MS 127, Archer Elementary, Linden Tree Elementary, and PS 12 totaling over $10 million. This includes a roof replacement, additional technology, and auditorium upgrades, to name a few. Complete playground renovations at Taylor Playground, Castle Hill Playground, and Virginia Playground, totaling over $45 million. Complete overhaul of East Tremont Avenue, including a parking study to consider angle parking, increased pedestrian safety with a whole new sidewalk network, ADA accessible crosswalks, and improved lighting throughout the key corridor, totaling over $42 million. A commitment to incorporate the iconic terracotta statues of Parkchester into the Parkchester Van Ness Station design, a community advisory board to offer their insight throughout the development process for both 1880 and 2000-2040 East Tremont Avenues. Security cameras and security guard patrols in and around the Parkchester Van Ness Station and other stations, exploration of affordable homeownership opportunities in the final design of housing opportunities, $170 million for DEP, for catch basin upgrades, sewer improvements, and water line repairs, and many more items which will be made public in the points of agreement and listed on our website following full approval of this application. It is this list and so much more that allows me to vote to support this project with confidence today. I want to take a moment to thank the people that have been working with me all these hours to get here. First and foremost, my Chief of Staff, Rebecca Nieves, Council Land Use Director, Paris Strotter, and our land use team, Ryan Coate, Chelsea Kelly, William Vidal, and Ann McCaughey, and folks who helped see this move along. My council colleagues who also fought for their needs of their districts, our 2 development teams, ZP Realty and owners of 2000-2040 East Tremont Avenue, Commissioner Dan Gorodnick and the Department of City Planning team, and the mayor and his administration. Through our modifications to the Bronx Metro North rezoning proposal and the holistic city investments we all fought for, we're demanding attention to the Bronx. Your Land Use Committee Chair Salamanca, Zoning and Franchises Chair Riley, Councilmember Marmorato, and myself as the current majority leader are all long-term Bronxites. And the success of this rezoning is a testament to our collaboration, our dedication to neighborhoods that made us, and our love for our home borough of the Bronx. This rezoning is the future of our borough. A future with more access to jobs, greater transit, new space for community connections and organizations, state-of-the-art housing for everyone, and safer streets. And with that, I urge my colleagues to vote aye.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Councilmember Marmorato.
Oh, thank you, Chair Riley. Members of District 13 that are here today or at home listening in, today I speak to you directly. I know that when the proposal of the Bronx Metro North was introduced to District 13, many within our community anticipated this project with excitement, myself included. But once the proposal to create housing was presented to us, many of us had concerns of how this would impact and affect our community and everyday life. So it's an honor to be in this role to help navigate what our vision of development in District 13 should look like. Today we stand at a pivotal moment for our community. In countless meetings, my constituents and I have made it clear that we are not anti-development. We care deeply about our neighborhoods, and it's our duty to ensure the integrity, fabric, and content of our district, that it remains intact. The original proposal that was presented to us in January threaten to alter our community in an unacceptable and irreversible way. But through tireless consultations with our City Council planning, land use team, District 13 constituents, and key community stakeholders, we have fought and won significant modifications alongside a package of real capital investment to District 13. And I want to be clear, I understand the desire to build housing. However, one size does not fit all, and it's my job to represent and fight for what our district wants and needs. I have listened to you and fought to make sure the administration heard our needs loud and clear. We have capped building heights throughout the rezoning area to maintain our community's character. This means that new developments will not overshadow our homes, streets, preserving the skyline and ambience to make our neighborhood unique. We have reduced density along Eastchester Road and floor area potential near Morris Park Station to respect our low-density neighborhoods in Van Ness and Morris Park. This action ensures that new buildings will not overcrowd our streets or strain our infrastructure, keeping our community livable and vibrant. We have removed the entire R61 zoning district along Stillwell Avenue and Eastchester Road to preserve the low-scale residential community in Morris Park. This protects our neighborhoods from high-rise developments that would cut out and be out of place among our family and low-density homes. We have removed the C43 zoning district at Seminole Avenue and Morris Park, which does not fit the context of our neighborhood. By doing this, we ensure that any new development aligns with the existing look and feel of our community while maintaining the character and charm that we cherish. We live in a transit desert where cars are a necessity for daily activities. The Bronx Metro North Rail is not here yet, and even after it arrives, people will still need their cars. We must be proactive in ensuring parking is a part of any zoning changes. That's why I have fought tirelessly to get our parking mandates back. It was important to us. This ensures developers cannot add more housing without creating parking for our district and our residents. Parking is essential for daily activities such as dropping children off at school or practice, grabbing groceries for the week, and even commuting to work. By reinstating parking mandates, we provide the community with the promise of accessibility, transportation, and the ability to fully commute within our district and beyond. We also have a commitment from the administration to create a parking lot near one of our District 13 stations. And since the beginning of this process, especially since taking office, I have been firm that any changes in zoning must align with our community's vision and come with substantial city investment in our community. Our working class families in our borough and our district have been largely disregarded by the city for decades, and this must change. It will change now. We need improvements to our parks, substantial upgrades to our sewers and flood-prone streets, and respect for the suburban lifestyle that has brought many families to the East Bronx for generations. I am proud to announce the following commitments from the administration based on our tireless efforts. With the influx of people coming in our area, we need to invest in our communities, public safety, and law enforcement agencies. They are the fabric of our neighborhoods and the frontline workers that protect our neighbors' children and communities. I am so proud to have secured $10 million for substantial upgrades to rehabilitate and modernize the 49th Precinct. These funds will ensure that our police officers have the resources and facilities they need to keep our community safe and secure for now and in the future. Thank you to our officers for everything that you do, and we hope to see your new and improved precincts soon. You guys really do deserve it. The current Morris Park families and the new families that come to our district need quality parks and playgrounds. With the highest rates of asthma, we need to invest in green space in our parks. I have secured more than $50 million to upgrade Loretto Park, Bufano Park, but anybody in my district calls it Waterbury Park, Brady Park, and the Pelham Bay Park ball fields. We are ensuring that they host families for many, many years to come. These upgrades will include new playgrounds, equipment, improved landscaping, and enhanced safety features, creating a vibrant and welcoming space for our children to play and for our community to gather. Long neglected streets like Bassett Avenue, Stillwell Avenue, and Eastchester Road will finally receive the significant upgrades, including lighting, sidewalks, intersection, and traffic monitoring improvements, addressing our community's concerns about traffic and congestion on the roadway. These improvements will make our streets safer for pedestrians and drivers alike, reducing accidents and improving the overall quality of life for our travelers. And tonight we're supposed to have some type of flooding here in our district, I guess throughout the whole city, but this is nothing new to District 13. I have firsthand witnessed the damage caused to our homes, streets, due to the lack of effective sewer and draining infrastructure. Knowing this, I would have not allowed any new construction or building to happen without commitments of improvements to our infrastructure. I am proud to have secured nearly $200 million from the DEP to study and implement upgrades to flood-prone areas such as Bassett Avenue, Marconi Street, Stillwell Avenue, and the Morris Park area, ensuring that our community does not continue to get damaged or washed out during this type of rainstorm. These upgrades will include improved drainage systems, flood barriers, and other infrastructure improvements designed to protect our homes, streets from flooding. Your voices and values have been instrumental in shaping this plan, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to everyone in District 13 that participated in this process. This revised proposal is a testament to our collective strength and commitment. It strikes a vital balance by providing our fair share of housing while preserving the character of our low-density neighborhood in District 13. The substantial capital investment in our community's infrastructure will enhance our quality of life for generations to come. Together, we achieved a significant victory for our district. This moment proves that when we unite and we fight for our values, we can create meaningful, lasting change while keeping a familiar and quaint aspects of our community intact. I want to give a big thank you to the land use team here in City Council, Paris, Ryan, Chelsea, William, Ann. Throughout this process, your patience and capability of understanding what my community's future vision of what District 13 should be about has been absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it. I also want to thank my team, the District 13 team, for holding down our district office throughout this process. And most importantly, my Chief of Staff, April Cardena. You have been solid throughout this process, and I appreciate the long days and nights you have put in alongside me. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. And I vote aye.
Thank you, Councilmember Marmorato. We've been joined by Councilmember Ressler. The second proposal we are voting on today is to approve with modifications LUs 101 through 104 concerning a proposal known as Arthur Kill Terminal. The proposal consists of creating a manufacturing staging area for assembling wind turbines just south of the Outer Bridge crossing in Minority Leader Borelli's district. As we have seen once again this summer, climate change is here, and as a city, we need to reduce our carbon footprint. A critical way to achieve this is to increase the supply of renewable energy. This proposal is a key component to constructing new wind turbines off the coast of New York State. The Arthur Kill Terminal proposal involves 4 actions. The first proposed action involves a text amendment to the Special South Richmond Development District. The text amendment would update the goals of the special district to recognize the need to create new sources of renewable energy. It will also expand the special district's authorization to specifically address projects to seek to support the city's green energy infrastructure. The second action is a landfill action to create the needed dock on the portion of the site that is underwater along the shore. The third action is a special permit to increase maximum building heights, which would accommodate the needed components of the wind turbines. And the fourth action is to demap a portion of Richmond Valley Road. We are recommending a proposed modification to the text amendment application to ensure that in order to receive a city planning authorization for any needed flexibility in the zoning, that the project must support the city's green energy infrastructure, which the Arthur Kill Terminal does do. Minority Leader Borelli supports this proposal as modified. The third vote is to approve LUs 122 and 123 relating to the Prince Point development proposal, located at the southern end of Staten Island, also within Minority Leader Borelli's district. The requested action together will facilitate the establishment of the new map streets and the development of a 108 detached single-family homes in the Prince Bay neighborhood and in the Special South Richmond Development District. The proposal includes two actions. The first is a city map amendment to map 4 new streets. The second is a zoning text amendment related to the vesting provisions in the special district, and more specifically to facilitate certain developments approved prior to the adoption of lower density growth management areas. Minority Leader Borelli is in support of this proposal. The fourth vote is to approve with modifications LUs 114, 115, and 116 related to the 500 Kent Avenue proposal located in Williamsburg neighborhood in Brooklyn within Councilmember Ressler's district. The requested actions will facilitate the development of a new 23-story commercial office building with ground floor retail, 234 parking spaces, over 49,000 square feet of public accessible open space, which will include an approximately 23,000 square foot waterfront public access area. The proposal consists of 3 actions. The first is a zoning map amendment to change the existing M3-1 district to an M1-5 district. There are also 2 related zoning special permits, which will permit the modification of certain bulk regulations on waterfront blocks and also permit a parking garage with 234 parking spaces. With this proposal, we are recommending a modification to the restrictive declaration which accompanies the special permits approved by the City Planning Commission to ensure that all traffic mitigations required by the project's environmental impact statement are implemented in a timely manner. Councilmember Ressler is in support of this proposal as modified, and I would like to give the floor to Councilmember Ressler to give any remarks.
I just want to firstly say it is always a pleasure to be with Chair Riley in this subcommittee. Chair Riley does a tremendous job, and we're fortunate to have him in this critical role. I'm very proud that District 33 has generated more new housing than any other council district in the city of New York for about 15 years. And with the 2 land use actions that we're advancing today, we will both expand housing and affordable housing where it's terribly needed, and we will also create an exciting new economic development project and both projects are in the heart of the South Williamsburg Bed-Stuy community. The first project on Myrtle Avenue, 712, will generate over 40 units of housing, be an MIH Option 1 project that generates deeply affordable housing for the community. The development team has been an absolute pleasure to work with. They are deeply rooted in our community, care about our neighborhood. They've even agreed to make some modest community facility space available to a great organization, Chesed, that does this beautiful thing where they provide rides to people who need to go to medical appointments or family members who are visiting family members who are in medical care at no cost. But that extraordinary volunteer operation happens from people's homes. Now we'll finally have a home base where those volunteers can better coordinate those rides at this new residential development, mixed-use development, I should say. And the other project, 500 Kent, is one that we have painstakingly negotiated since before I was even on the city council. The development team approached me when I was a council member-elect, and I wasn't ever sure that we were going to get this project done. There were some very, I think, big open concerns. My number one concern was that this project could, that the zoning that we're approving could allow for a last mile facility. But thanks to, I think, a development team, an applicant team that was willing to work with us creatively, cared deeply about partnering with the community. We were able to develop a project where we have total confidence that this will never, ever be a last mile facility. And I'm optimistic that we're going to create some great jobs and a great project in the heart of South Williamsburg next to the Navy Yard. I really want to thank everybody who's been a part of both of these projects. At 712 Myrtle, Rabbi Abe Lichtenstein and Mrs. Lichtenstein have been a pleasure to work with. At 500 Kent, I really want to thank the council team, especially William Vidal, who's not here today, but was instrumental in us coming up with a creative solution to make this happen. Lena from Council Land Use, Brian from Council Land Use have both been tremendous partners and guides. My staff, Molly Haley in particular, has been really helpful. I want to thank Ashley Thompson from Capolino, who is always an honest broker and a helpful partner in navigating projects in our district. And I want to lastly, but perhaps most importantly, thank UJO and Rabbi Niederman, who developed a joint application with the applicant partner that really gave me confidence that this was a project that would be for the betterment of my community. And, we take a bit of a leap of faith as council members in approving land use changes, that what applicants tell us are what they will actually do. And in this instance, I think we have real protections to have confidence that the 500 Kent project is going to be what we have been told. And so I really just want to thank everybody for their support and guidance on both of these land use actions. I'm really happy that we're continuing to build more housing and create more economic opportunity in District 33. It's a good day for our community. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Councilmember Ressler. The fifth vote is to approve with modifications LUs 120 and 121 relating to the 712 Myrtle Avenue proposal located in Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood in Brooklyn, also within Councilmember Ressler's district. The proposed development consists of new 9-story mixed-use building projected to have approximately 62 units, including 15 permanently affordable housing and ground floor retail. The proposal consists of 2 actions. The first is a zoning map amendment to change an existing M1-2 district to an R7D/C2-4 district. The related action is a zoning text amendment to map a mandatory inclusionary housing area. Our modification will be to remove MIH option 2 and to add the deep affordability option, which will make 20 to 25% of the proposed income restricted apartments permanently affordable. Councilmember Ressler supports this proposal as modified. The sixth vote is to approve with modifications LUs 117 and 118 relating to the 3033 Avenue V proposal located in Sheepshead Bay neighborhood in Brooklyn and within Councilmember Narcisse district. This proposed development consists of a new 9-story mixed-use building projected to have approximately 109 units, including 27 affordable apartments and ground floor retail. The proposal consists of 2 actions. The first is a zoning map amendment to change the existing R4/C1-2 district to an R7D/C2-4 district. The related action is a zoning text amendment to map a mandatory inclusionary housing area. Our modification will be to remove MIH option 2 and add the deep affordability option, which will make 20 to 25% of the proposed income restricted apartments permanently affordable. Councilmember Narcisse supports this proposal as modified. The seventh vote is to approve LU 119 related to the 197 Berry Street proposal located in Williamsburg neighborhood in Brooklyn within Councilmember Gutierrez district. The proposal will rezone an area within the existing special mixed-use district, which would have the effect of reducing the required accessory parking requirements applicable to an existing building. The proposed consists of a zoning map amendment to change the existing M1-2/R6B district to an M1-4/R6B district within the existing special MX-8 mixed-use district. Councilmember Gutierrez is in support of this proposal. The final vote for today is a vote to recommend the disapproval LU 124, a petition for Wings and Seafood Incorporation, seeking a revocable consent for a sidewalk cafe located at 785 Fairview Avenue in Queens in Councilmember Holden's district. This subcommittee held a public hearing on July 24th, 2024, at which serious concerns and quality of life issues concerning this proposed sidewalk cafe were raised by Councilmember Holden, in whose district this restaurant is located. The Councilmember Holden has provided the following statement explaining why this disapproval is warranted, which he had asked that I read into the record. He thanked me. He said, "Thank you, Chair Riley and members of the subcommittee, for the opportunity to address you regarding the application number D24500870057 SWQ Wings and Seafood, seeking a revocable consent to operate a sidewalk cafe at 785 Fairview Avenue in Ridgewood within Community District 5. I am opposed to this application for several reasons. 1. Underutilization and misuse. This outdoor dining setup is rarely used and often repurposed for storage or decorative purposes. Such misuse of public space is unacceptable. 2. Excessive occupation of public space. The combination of sidewalk cafe and outdoor dining is excessive. The sidewalk is a critical public pathway located at the entrance exit of the Forest Avenue M train station. It is across from the Greater Ridgewood Youth Council After School Program Building, IS 93, the Queens Library Ridgewood Branch, and Rosemary Playground. Private entities should not monopolize public spaces for profit, especially in such a heavily trafficked area. 3. Unauthorized construction. The application constructed the sidewalk cafe structure before obtaining approval, resulting in the Department of Buildings violation for extending the building without permits. This disregard of regulation is concerning. During the July 24th subcommittee hearing, the owner responses were insufficient and demonstrated a lack of understanding and sincerity about the violation and community concerns. Additionally, we have received many complaints from residents, and the owner failed to provide evidence of community support for both the roadway dining and sidewalk cafe, contrary to their claims. The lack of community support for this establishment is a clear indication of community strong opposition. Ridgewood is a heavily congested community with many pedestrians utilizing sidewalks and cars being parked. This establishment has shown disregard for both pedestrians and vehicular needs. Given these issues, I urge my colleagues to vote no or vote yes to disapprove on this sidewalk cafe application. The establishment has shown a genuine commitment to working with the community, and approving this application would set a concerning precedent. Thank you for considering my position on this matter. That concludes the content of Council Member Holden's remarks. Council, are there any council member with questions or remarks at this time appearing remotely who have questions or remarks about today's item should use the raise hand button now. Council, will any members in order that their hands are raised want to ask questions? There being no members with questions, I will now call for a vote to approve of modifications LUs 101, 102, 103, and 104 relating to the Arthur Kill Terminal proposal, to approve of modification LUs 106, 107, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113 relating to the Bronx Metro North Station area proposal, to approve of modifications LUs 114, 115, and 116 relating to the 500 Kent Avenue rezoning proposal, to approve of modifications LUs 117 and 118 relating to the 3033 Avenue V rezoning proposal, to approve LUs 119 relating to the 197 Berry Street rezoning proposal, to approve of modifications LUs 120 and 121 relating to the 712 Myrtle Avenue rezoning proposal, to approve LUs 122 and 123 relating to the Prince Point development proposal, and to disapprove LUs 124 relating to the Wings and Seafood Sidewalk Cafe proposal. Council, please call the roll.
Chair Riley.
Aye.
Councilmember Moya.
I vote aye.
Councilmember Abreu.
Aye.
Councilmember Shulman.
Aye.
Chair by a vote of 4 in the affirmative, 0 in opposition, and no abstentions, the items are approved or approved with modifications as you've just described, except LU 124, the Wings and Seafood Sidewalk Cafe application, which is disapproved. All items are referred to the full Land Use Committee.
Thank you. We will close the vote. That concludes today's business. I would like to thank the members of the public, my colleagues, subcommittee council, land use, and other council staff and sergeant at arms participating in today's meeting. This meeting is hereby adjourned.